Another year, another Scream movie on 4K and steelbook. This year we're talking about Scream 3. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my 4K review for Scream 3 on steelbook. So let's show this bad boy off real fast and then we'll get into all the positives, my one negative, and we're going to talk a little bit about the state of Scream 4 and what is in store for that release possibly next year. So stay tuned for that. All right, so here we go. There's the front. There's the back again with the words, just like the first two, which I really do like. There's the full thing, and then we've got the inner artwork, which is the poster art. So overall, I really do like this steelbook. The one main difference, obviously, is that it's very red, and the other two are, well, the other four, how many do we have now? The other four are all black, so 1 and 2, and then 5 and 6 are all black steelbooks. So this will stand out on the shelf, so I don't know really what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna stick them together, if I'm gonna kind of wedge this one out and open it and kind of put those on the side. I haven't figured it out. I'm in the process of building the rest of my shelf. So if you're new here, I just recently moved about 2 months ago, and so I don't have my full setup here, but I'm working on building shelves so I can actually put out the thousands of movies I have in tubs right over there. So I need to get them all because I want to display them. So I'm really happy with this. So in the promotional material and like on Best Buy and where I got it from Amazon, but it was very like bold and bright red, and I was worried because like it's already going to stand out from the pack of the rest of the steelbooks, but this bold red, I don't know that I was a fan of it. And this is more of a maroon and like blood red, which I am definitely a fan of. So I was pleasantly surprised that that's how this was, but I really do like this artwork. It's very simple. You know, you get little ghost face in her eye there. I know it's very small, but you can see it there. So I really do like all of this. So on a positive note, the steelbook is great. It kind of matches the other ones in style, so I like that, even though it is red / maroon that we've got going on here. But the video is great. It is on par with the first two. Obviously, it looks a slight tad better than those films, just obviously being shot later, but the grain is intact. It looks good overall. The HDR does add a lot. This does have Dolby Vision. On the audio front, it's pretty good. I wish we had Atmos, and we haven't had it up to this point, so I wasn't hoping for it. Didn't hold my breath that we're gonna get an Atmos. I just like some Atmos sometimes, but it is a DTS HD 5.1 track, and it sounds really good. So there's nothing to slouch on all of these tracks. So, you know, it sounds great. This is no slouch in the audio department. It sounds great. Obviously, I like Atmos, but I don't know what in here would benefit from Atmos. It's a Scream movie, but you know, I just like new technologies and new sounds, and whenever I can get a mix, even if it's on top of old mixes, I don't want it to be the only mix. I like to have that original mix, but I also like to have something new sprinkled in, you know? But anyway, like I said, video, audio quality, they're very good. It's great. I highly recommend you pick this up if you're a fan of Scream 3. Now, I did review Scream 3 on the channel along with all the other Scream movies up until 6, so I will link that video at the end so you can check out my Scream 3 review and you can see what I think about it. I do like it. Again, scariest thing is Gale Weathers' bangs. I don't know what it is with bangs. So after seeing Saw X, which I just recently saw, I'll link that video up here so you can check that out if you want to see my thoughts on Saw X. I actually really enjoyed that film. But that just had, you know, Amanda in her bangs, and I'm just like, I'm getting flashbacks to watching Saw X a couple of days ago. So overall, I really like this movie. It's pretty good. Like I said, more in depth if you want to watch that review. The only thing that might have changed is that before, I think this was the bottom for me, whereas now, Scream 6 is a toss-up for me personally. I think that is I don't know which one's better, if I'm going to be honest. I don't like the killer in this, and I don't like the killer in Scream 6. So for me, they're kind of on an even playing field. They're both kind of the weakest entries for me personally. And so I don't know where we go from here. Scream 7 is kind of nebulous. We don't have the same directors, which for me, I'm actually happy with that. I'm glad we're changing directors. 5 was fine. 6 just didn't do it for me. So kind of switching up directors, maybe going in a different direction, even though I've heard that it's holiday themed, which I don't really like. I don't really need a Scream Christmas movie. I don't know about all that. You let me know down below what you think about the prospects of Scream 7. And what do you think of Scream 6 and 3? And what's your favorite Scream? Let me know all that down below. We'll start a conversation. But I want to talk about the state of Scream 4. and where we're at. 4 is actually owned by Lionsgate, not Miramax, and so therefore Paramount does not own the rights, the distribution rights in America for that movie. And I don't think that's changed anytime soon. That's why it has never been part of this stuff. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. Is Lionsgate going to take the opportunity and release a 4th Steelbook next year to kind of be in line? Is Paramount going to try and work out some deal with Lionsgate so they can make the 4th movie? Now, I'll say here, if Lionsgate did put out a 4th movie, that Steelbook would be amazing because they kill it on that front. All the steelbooks they do are incredible, so I would not be mad if Lionsgate did put out a steelbook of Scream 4. I just don't know if they would, but it's going to be very weird because at this point, we only have 1 film left in the series to go. I'm of 2 minds. Even though the Lionsgate Steelbooks would be incredible, it would have a slip, a plastic slip. So it would throw off kind of collection aspects, but so does the red. So I don't know how I feel about that. So I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. I really want it, but then again, I really just want Paramount to kind of continue on with, you know, this version and having the words on the back. I like that. And because they've all done that, up until obviously 5 and 6 are very different, but the original ones, I'm hoping that 4 can somehow come out in this. I don't know what's going to happen. So it's a weird gray area. If you know any more about the situation with Scream 4 and the distribution rights, not who will show in the movies, but the actual distribution rights, which I think is Lionsgate and not Spyglass, Paramount. But if you have any information there, let me know down below because I'm very curious to see what is going to happen next year when we hit that point. We'll probably get Scream 7 next year also. So I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. I really want to complete the set. Even though I have mixed feelings on Scream 4 itself, I do want to complete the whole set. And to have all steelbooks kind of look cohesively the same would be nice to have them on the shelf once I actually build the rest of my shelves, which I am working on one day. Now that I've moved, I need to get all my movies out. I got hundreds and thousands in the tubs. I need to get them all out. Anyway, that's all I've got. Thanks for stopping by and watching my review. I know it's been belabored. We got into some Scream 4 talk, but I really like Scream 3. It's not the best Scream movie. It's not the worst Scream movie. So, you know, to own it is great. It looks good. It sounds good. Like I said, minimal special features, but the Steelbook is fantastic. So I'll link my Scream 6 review at the end so you can check that out. And then I'll also link my 4K playlist so you can check out all my other 4K reviews. We just did The Mist. We just did Night of the Demons set. And we've got a lot coming next week with Pumpkinhead, Megan, the Halloween Trilogy Steelbook. So definitely subscribe if you want to check all that out with me. And that's all I've got. Thanks for stopping by. I'll talk to you guys in my next review.